Many of our new vehicles, particularly the high performance, are using direct injection. The latest Ford pickup uses direct injection and electronic valve control. Direct injection of gasoline is going to inject the fuel at about 2,900 psi. We don't have to put it in the intake manifold and hope it gets into the correct mixture into the cylinder. We can inject high pressure fuel direct in the cylinder. What's the advantages? Well, we get much better vaporization, excellent vaporization, and it places it in a very stratified charge, right where we want it. Vehicles with variable valve control and direct injection are producing engines that match the horsepower per cubic inch of engines produced for NASCAR, built to last one race about 600 miles. These engines are warranted for 100,000 miles. They go further than that. Notice that injector. Let's look at that injector closer. We have two basic versions, one coming in from the side when we have 4 valves per cylinder, and one coming in offset from the cylinders when we have only 2 valves per cylinder. 4 valves per cylinder is very common these days. Notice on the bottom that the 4 valve per cylinder is injecting this green mist directly into the area where the spark plug is firing. This is called a stratified charge. This gives us much better fuel combustion than we would normally have. Now, the other one up there with the red is just showing you the effects of it. And yes, they're not straight injectors. They're very specialized injectors. So don't take these simple injectors as being standard. We're going to take a look at this 4-cylinder. We're going to animate it. Notice right at the top, we have a phaser for the cams. Yes, it's got dual overhead cams, high performance engine. We're going to have something special mounted to this cam we're going to talk about in a minute. Here is the pump mounted up on the camshaft. It's going to give us a high pressure pulse we send down to our injectors. Once at the injectors, we activate the injector. It's going to put a charge of fuel right by the spark plug. We call this stratified charge. Let's look at that stratified charge, adding fuel right in the area of the spark plug. Let's stop the animation and look at that stratified charge. Here is the stratified charge. It makes combustion far more efficient than standard combustion. Now we'll see what the full advantage of this stratified charge is. As we burn the fuel, it's going to be far more efficient because we have a good, clean burn. It was right in the air with the spark plug. This is going to wind up with a couple of advantages, one that might surprise you. First, to the catalytic converter. This type of combustion, we control it very carefully. We can heat up the catalytic converter much better than we could with traditional multi-point injection. Here's a graph showing the difference. Here's the catalyst temperature. The GDI is shown in red, much higher than the multi-point injection. In addition to that, we also have other areas that are far more efficient. For instance, torque and horsepower are drastically improved. Let's take a look at this specific 4-cylinder engine. Remember, this is one example, one engine. We're going to take a look at torque first. Again, GDI is going to be shown in red on this graph. Notice how much higher the torque is on the exact same engine. Now take a look at horsepower. We have 200 horsepower instead of 175 because of GDI. This is the type of technology we need on modern cars.